Hi, guys.
Hey, what's up? It's just me so far. I don't know where Angie is.
Michelle. I'm having a bad hair day.
You're having a bad hair day?
Yes.
I wish I could get bad hair days. That's just
Hey, daughter.
I can't get bad hair days. I would love bad hair days.
Yeah, I should. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Daisy cut it.
Yeah, it was cool. I just got the phone, seller financing, and oh, you're on mute.
Oh, yeah. That was good. So the seller financing, you tried to.
Yeah, they started out with no, that was the part of the first conversation. Are you
No seller financing.
no seller financing? Okay, great. If you don't want to do seller financing, I agree. You shouldn't do it. And at the end, it's like,
Can we do seller financing?
yeah, I don't say seller financing, at least like that. Like, would it be okay if if I offered you like $70,000 more? Would that be something you'd be interested in? Well, yes. Oh, okay. Well, this is how I do it. I'll still buy your house at this price, but we're just gonna do it in payments. Wait, what? And this is how we protect you. So if because your fear was like people are gonna disappear and not make payments, like that's the worst case scenario. You're making more money.
Yeah, because if I don't make the payments, guess what? You just foreclose on me and we go again.
Exactly. And I even brought up a D in lieu foreclosure. So like I'm forfeiting my rights to foreclosure. You just get it. I mean, it's just like it's like
it
a
would be senseless of me not to want to do this.
right. Yeah.
Make your payments.
What is this? Oh, there it is.
I just get my notebook.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey guys.
How are we doing?
I'm all
So,
right.
This is the one in Lehigh, right?
Yes.
Okay, and they're in. Oh, is that? Oh, this Michelle. What, you got two? Is that who's
Michelle's
Michelle?
on.
But,
Is it two Michelles?
so there's one of me, but I don't know why this is connecting all alone. I disconnected it.
Oh, okay.
That's weird. I even got out and it's still trying to connect. I haven't logged off.
That's
That
funny.
is way weird.
I was like, well, we have how many Michelles we got in here? What's going on? So it's on the market. You reached out to are we talking to the actual seller itself or
Yeah.
the agent, right? Okay.
The seller themselves.
Okay. And so they need to sell quickly. Did they mention any type of dates or anything?
He said by the end of the month, but then later he said even sooner would be better.
Sorry, I don't. It's connecting by itself again. And I'm not even on that computer.
Okay. So was it for a phone call today or were they planning to actually jump on a Zoom or something, or what was the conversation?
A phone call today.
Okay, great.
So do you want me to send you the number?
Yeah. Well,
Nice
yeah.
job, Andy.
Or we can do that, or you can call and then put it on speaker and we can have a conversation like this or whatever. I don't know. It might be
I'll have you call
okay. Yep, that's fine.
me.
And so how did you get a hold of the seller? You just reached out to him on
So no, it's from my social media stuff. So I have a friend
okay.
that so they live about 4 houses away, and somebody in the neighborhood saw that I was doing this.
I love
So
that so much.
they told them, and they called me.
Perfect.
So let me just copy this. His name is Shandu and her name is let's see.
Shadu?
Shandu. Yeah. And her name is Sinya or something. Let me look up her name 1 second. Sorry. And give me 1 second here.
This is way crazy.
So where are they? You don't know where they're from. I'm curious.
No, but they're from India or
Okay, cool.
someplace like that. They're really sweet people. I've met them before. They've met me. They knew who I was when Shannon told them, because I've said hi to them. They used to live across from the park, and I've met them over at my girlfriend Shannon's house and stuff. So Okay, so I just sent you the phone number,
Okay. That's in
and
the.
that's the guy's name, his name, and you say it,
Oh, with the
Sin,
C.
Sindhu,
Into. Okay.
and then her name is Sharisha,
Sharice.
and we call her Shuri,
Okay.
and last name's Tumula.
Okay. I'm gonna stick with the first name.
Oh,
Yes. So, and I sent some numbers. You guys saw the numbers. That was
Yeah,
just me trying to wrap my head around what that
So-
might look like.
I mean, we could get 700, I mean, but 25,000 is not, I mean, what's your limit to how much you need to make on a deal? That needs to be,
Yeah. I don't, I was thinking 25 on a deal. So,
for, and which is good for like a Walmart, but you put in that much money into, because an $1,800,000 house, or 18,000, and an 800,000 house is 25,000. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
But I still think there's a deal here. So
Yeah.
we
And
get-
I'm open to whatever we can work out.
Yeah.
Like, I think so too. And I think, we can kind of work. I mean, obviously,
Sure.
I've seen them outside their house, and their house is nice outside, and the pictures look nice from the inside. We
So-
probably want to go.
By the way, there might be moments on here where it's awkward and silent. Don't jump in.
Yes, we
Okay.
will.
It's on purpose. So don't jump in. awkward silent moments. Just those are tools. So okay.
Yeah.
That's all,
Yep.
other than that, we'll get going. So I'll have you. So
no.
I'll say hi. Say I got Angie with me since I'm using my phone number.
Yes.
And then okay, great, awesome. Let's. Hello, Shindu.
Hey, hi.
Hey, how's it going? This is Jared. I'm here with Angie. She's on the other line.
Hey, hi, Jerry. Hi, Angie.
Hi, Sindhu.
Awesome. So is now do we catch you at a bad time? Is now a good time to talk still?
Oh, yeah, it's a good time. We can
Okay,
talk.
perfect. Okay. So Angie was telling me that you had the property on Trailside Drive was you were looking to sell. Does that sound right?
Yeah, that's right. Opposite to the park. Yes, that's right.
Okay. So can you tell me about your situation a little bit?
Okay. I need the money to fund my immigration permanent residency, which is a different type of category
Yeah.
where investment visa. So I'm looking for that because I'm on the employment immigration path, but that's going to take 5 or 6 more years, and we don't know how long it's going to take. I'm in the
Oh,
US
really?
for almost 14 years, but yeah, still it's going to age out from the dependency. Eldest is 17 years, and once he reaches 18, 20, he's going to be again, he has to change by his own visa stuff. And for college, you need some kind of a residency, so he can get some scholarship or whatever university he want to go. So you
Right.
get some flexibility.
Got it.
So,
So
considering all these things, I decided to sell the house and take out the money from that and fund to my immigration.
yeah, okay. So it's not just your immigration, but for your kids too. So when they do go to college or whatever, they don't have those challenges. Sounds like.
Yeah, for them, it is a priority for me.
Oh,
Yeah,
that makes
I
perfect
mean,
sense. Yeah. I immigration is no joke either. Like my wife, she was not born in the US. I was born here, but she was born and raised in a different country. And so when we met, we had to go through all that whole process, and man, that was a nightmare. So I can't even imagine. So you're already been going through this like 14 years. Did I hear that right?
Yeah, for India, there is a huge waiting list.
Oh my goodness. And then you still have another 5 to 6 more years ahead of you before this even gets done.
Even I'm not sure when it is going to happen. So
Oh,
it's
okay,
like
okay.
per year it is moving like a 1 month date. Like there is a priority date, right? So
Yeah, yeah,
one is in 2015. Right now it is in 2012. So
sure. Wow. Okay. Got it. And so your son, I mean, because you did mention about your son going to college. How many years does he have until that happens?
one more year.
One more. Okay, nice. What college does he have an idea what college he's going to go to?
Here in we moved to North Carolina because the first some good colleges around. So you want to go to University of North Carolina
Oh,
anywhere,
nice.
Chapel Hill, Charlotte.
So you moved to North Carolina?
Yeah, right. Hello.
Yeah. Okay, great. So you moved to North Carolina, and was there a reason why you didn't sell the house while you're still here, or just you wanted to move over there quickly, or?
No, actually, if I don't have this urgency, because when I moved and I moved with a good package and good job role and everything, but after 6 months I got laid off. So
Oh no.
the visa, I realized that there is a visa stuff company has to sponsor because I came as an intercompany transfer
Yes.
from Bangalore to Utah, and
Mhm.
I was with the company for 12 years. So
Oh wow.
I never realized that is so complex.
Mhm.
I know that it is complex, but I never
Like
felt the pain.
not to
Yeah,
that level, right? Yeah.
yeah. So when I lost the job, then I realized, okay, I have only 60 days to get the new sponsor, new employer.
Oh wow.
I got through a lot of stress, but luckily I got the job and I'm back on track, but I don't want to get into the situation. So I
Sure.
have an option. So just renting out and getting a monthly money, all good. But I thought, okay, for kids, what is the point in having all this? And just I decide, okay, I will sell that house and will fund for investment immigration.
Okay, got it. So sell the house and put the funds into your immigrant, which thing makes perfect sense. But you've got a new sponsor now, and sounds like because you got a new job, right?
Oh yeah,
Or is that still in search?
legal status and everything is good. Even
Oh, it's good.
green card thing will also come into the line. Like the next 6 months, they're going to file it. But
Oh, nice.
that again, my priority is 2015. It doesn't come like 8 to 9 years, I guess. As I said, current priority date is 2012.
Oh yeah, right. That makes sense.
And for India, so for last year, it moved like a 1.5 month. It's, how many months it has to move is like
Oh
I
wow.
don't know.
You're
Just
probably
I don't want to wait on that.
I bet you're pulling your hair out just trying to wait for this stuff. I mean, we had to wait. I think we in total we were in with my wife's immigration stuff because she came over illegally. We were work back and forth for 2, maybe 3 years. So I can't even imagine with everything you've had gone through. So holy cow, like those 2, 3 years was hell enough. I can't imagine what you've gone through. So
It's a
yeah,
it's a process. So and,
sure.
yeah. Anyway, that's
So
part
with
of all of it.
now on your house in Lehigh, I mean, is there? I mean, so I imagine you're making. Did you buy your property out there in South Carolina, or are you renting?
Yeah. North Carolina, I want.
Okay, so you bought. So you're paying 2 mortgages.
Until end of June, I have a tenant. So agent told that if the tenant is there, he's not going to cooperate. We have to vacate them and all other stuff he said. And so I waited for them to school year to complete. I don't want to trouble in the middle. So
Okay.
initial plan was to sell it in January, but I waited for a tenant. Because I
To
don't want to
oh, I
trouble
see.
them in the middle of the school year because I know the
Sure.
parents.
So
So
there
they vacated end of June.
so there was a tenant there, but since June, that's when they vacated, and now it's vacant. And so now is the time for you to sell, right? Does that sound right?
And I cannot wait any further more because it's going to delay and after elections. Oh, what rules change, what changes, I don't know. Just
Yeah,
that
you
one
are
thing
so
is
right. Yeah, you never know. Whoever gets to the White House, things might change. Yeah, I can see that. Now, what if so? When you say you can't wait, can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Because I need to contact the immigration lawyer. What she said was once I start getting to the contract,
Yeah.
she can start working on the documentation and paperwork. Again, that takes one more month, and yeah,
Yeah.
it might take 1.5 months or 2 months. I don't know.
Sure.
Depends, what she asks, how I gather the information, all.
Right. So,
And whatever the amount I'm getting out of the house, it is not going to fund me completely. It is
okay.
going to do that like a 60% of it because I have to fund 800K and the lawyer fee.
You have to fund 800K for the lawyer fee?
Investment, I have to do 800K, and lawyer fees might come to 50K, I guess.
Oh, so you have to have at least $800,000 in an investment. And then, but then in addition to that is $50,000 in lawyer fees, probably, give or take, right? Probably more because you never, how lawyers are, but wow. Okay.
I just estimated.
Sure. I get that. Right. So so you basically it's showing that you have invested ties to the US. That's why it's like you need to have around 800,000 of assets. Does that sound right?
Not about the assets. I have to do the investment in immigration approved project.
An immigration approved project. Okay.
That is, if it is investment, I can do some more investment. But that is not the case. You have to invest in
Oh, something that they want you to invest in.
identified projects.
Wow. Okay. So it has to be something that they want you to invest in. It can't just be like a house or a rental, nothing like that.
No.
Wow. I never had any idea that they had the immigration, especially from India. I mean, because I know a lot of people that were from South America and nothing like that. That's crazy. I wonder why it's so different.
Especially China and India.
Mm-hmm.
Its backlog is so much.
Oh,
Mistake.
there's
Some
just so many
may
people.
not get in the lifetime.
Wow. Okay. Gotcha. So it on this property in Lehigh, if you don't mind me asking, Shay, how much do you owe right now on the property? Is there because there's a current mortgage on there, right?
Yeah, it's around 330 or 340 around.
330. Okay, and 330, 340 right on there. Okay. Gotcha. And what kind of do you remember what kind of interest rate you have on that?
That is something around 2.7.
2.7. Okay. That's a good rate right there. Yeah.
After renting out, I used to get more additional money, but
Yeah.
that's not the criteria right now.
And how much were you renting it out at that time?
3,000.
3,000.
3,100.
Okay, 3,100. And then
Next cost. And
sure.
after that, I used to get 980.
Got it. And with the with your mortgage payment, I mean, I imagine it's probably like what in the 2000 range, 1750. Oh yeah, that's really good. Okay, gotcha. Okay, so with what happens if if you're not able to sell the property right away, if it takes, I mean, because it's on the market, so I mean, is there a reason why it hasn't sold, or what's been your experience so far?
I don't know. I haven't
Yeah.
been into this kind of selling stuff.
Right. Yeah.
So,
That's why you pay the realtors, right? Yeah.
he says that if this market is outside, it's a little slow, but we'll get the buyer. That's what he's saying today. Also, he sent a message. One buyer is interested, but I don't know when
Right.
it is going to happen. So,
Right.
just trying out all the options I have, so
Yeah.
that I can get into my path of starting the process of my investment.
Totally. I get that. And so, I mean, if things go on as if things continue as they are, what will happen if you don't get a buyer right away? Because I know you're urgent and trying to get that investment started and getting that lawyer paid.
Can you say that again? Yeah.
So yeah, sorry. What'll happen if, just an example, if things continue as they are, and if the property doesn't sell as fast as you need it to, what'll happen? Will that affect with it? How will that affect with your immigration stuff you're working on?
I don't get money, so I have to delay my plans of investment
Ooh.
later. Yeah.
Right. So you delay those plans, and then your son's going to go to college, so you need to get him in.
You know, sure.
Oh, good.
Still,
That's good. At least that's good.
but he won't get scholarship or anything. He wants a specific course or anything.
Oof.
He won't
Right.
get that because he's not a permanent resident yet.
Mm.
He's not a citizen, so he doesn't have
You would have
social security.
Oh, so you wouldn't be able to get like the FAFSA and all that stuff to help him out, or whatever, or grants, or yeah, that'd be rough. Okay. I mean, it just means more expensive for you, right? I mean, imagine as dad.
That is one part, and another part is the question why I cannot work like other kids
Mm-hmm.
than him, but it's so difficult to take
Yeah.
and digest, right?
Right. I
It's
got
not because like I want him to work, but it's like he I don't want him to feel like he's a different
Mm-hmm.
like even though he's did all his education here.
Yeah,
When I have an option, so I just want to give it a try. What happens?
of course. So, I mean, because he'll be okay either way, right? Because he seems like a strong individual, like his dad. So, but he grew up here pretty much, sounds like it, and you don't want him to feel different than everyone else.
Yeah,
And that sounds like it's important to you. Right.
and
Yeah.
at the same time, and that is going to solve my most of the problems regarding my job change. I can
Yeah. Right.
don't have to look for some company to sponsor me.
Oh,
Whatever
yeah.
I can change.
And you can
and,
you have the freedom to work and where you need to. Right.
and traveling to India and coming back, or just I want to stay for a little longer. That solves my all surrounding problems.
Right. Wow. So let me ask you this, because the property is in great condition from the pictures, at least. Is there anything that we need to know about it that maybe needs some repair? But from the pictures, looks great. Looks like you took really good care of it.
My agent and
Mhm.
team manager also.
Yeah.
Are convinced that property is in great shape. Even I asked agent, is there anything we have to repair it for before selling?
Yeah.
He said, no, it is in perfect condition. Oh. So
Yeah.
I believe we also maintain really well, but tenant also have to appreciate him. He did
course.
really maintain well.
That's good. That's good to hear. Usually when people are paying 3,100 rents, usually get different class of renters. So yeah, it makes sense that they would take care of things too, which is another perk too.
Yeah, we didn't have any problem with the
Right.
tenant. Anytime he called, oh, that's not working, this is not working.
Yeah,
He was happy, and I'm also happy.
absolutely. Gotcha. No, that makes perfect sense. And I want to, and you said you have to have like an 800,000 investment, and with the property, if you sold it at the, at the 800 to 900,000 range, you're still going to be short 400 or 500,000. Do you already have that kind of lined up where you from other
Yeah.
places? Okay, so then that's and would it be like, is it kind of like, without getting too personal, if I am, feel free to say, quiet you know what I mean? It is
How I'm going to build the other part of the house.
right. Yeah. It's just seeing.
Still have the option to take a hill out from the current apartment house where I'm living. and I have my brother who is going to give some amount, and it's going to meet it. Because when I get 300, I need little short of 400 something.
Right. So you,
And 401, I'm going to take out some 401, close the 401.
got it. Got it. Okay.
Then I can meet that. That's the plan. So that's why
Mhm.
I went ahead or so that even some if I borrow some money or somebody from here as a gift money,
Right.
I can get some money from India too. That's not
Oh,
a
nice.
problem.
Okay.
But for this investment, I cannot get from India. That's an issue because
Yeah.
so I have to prove that it is everything is white. It's not a cash transaction. Something India, it's not everything as in a white.
I see. There has to be a paper trail, right? Otherwise, yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
And 2 years of paper trail from India. Again, it has to notarize and a lot of work will be there.
I see. I got you.
So if everything is funded from here,
Mhm.
it is like 1 month time.
Yeah,
So I can prepare it.
sure.
And no query or any kind of cases might arise. That's a goal. That's what she was telling. So
Yeah.
that's, after all the listening to the lawyers and all, I decided, okay, these are the options. I waived.
Yeah, now's the time to make this happen. That makes sense. You know, trying to get things done before his son has to go to college next year. And yeah, I get that. So there's a couple of different ideas and potential options that we can, you know, offer you, and they may not work for you, and that's okay. You know, we can always kind of go back and forth and have a conversation, what makes sense. So Angie and I were real estate investors, right? So we're looking for investments just like you are. And so we want to make sure that we find that win-win. Now, let me ask you with this property, because it's on the market. If it doesn't sell, that's going to cause us some challenges. I mean, the sooner that the sells, the sooner you can make this happen, right? And how soon, if we were able to come up with a price that made sense for you and for us, when would be the best time to close? Like, how soon would you like to see it closed?
Yeah, if everything goes fine in a week, also I'm okay.
So within a week. And what was the other time frame you said? Sorry, I didn't hear the.
I actually I planned for end of this July, but early closure always is going to help me because I can start
Sure.
the process early.
Sure. So the end of the month, but if we can do it even before that, you know, by the 20th or so, then that'd be a lot better for you and your family, I imagine, right? So then you don't have to worry about that stuff. Okay. So what here with you mentioned as well, like, you know, with the elections coming, like who kind of knows what's going to happen, and we want to buy this property. We think it'll cash flow pretty, you know, decently, not as well as you've been getting because you got really good interest rate, and it wasn't a huge mortgage. But I think there's some potential here. My question to you is, like, because I have a couple of different options, some ideas. Um, what would be? I mean, has you been getting offers on this property yet, or have you not even had any offers yet?
I got one offer,
Mm-hmm.
but that did not materialize. And that's a cash offer. And second, agent says they are interested. Still, I didn't have any offer. So it's like not many scenes, but
Yeah.
yeah, agent is working on it. That's what they
Sure.
say.
Yeah,
And
that's what.
thinking whether should I change the agent or how these works. Just similar.
Yeah, I got some agents if you want to switch over. I know some really good ones. But with the cash offer, what was their cash? It was just too low, or why didn't that happen?
Because when they offered cash offer,
Yeah.
some 500. They said they're borrowing from somebody. So I don't know much about all this. So
Yeah. Yeah.
a friend in old company, he buys and sells properties. Not a real estate agent, but he's an investor.
Yeah.
So I asked him, can you talk to the agent and see how this offer is? And he spoke in a conference call, and after that, he asked, what is that guarantee that the 200K they can get, they can provide any more information about it? When agent asked that, looks like the buyer asked the private funding friend or somebody, I don't know details.
Mm-hmm.
They came back and said that those conditions are not really good, so we are thinking to find another finance or something.
Mm-hmm.
Then that's we left it there.
So they were short 200,000. They're trying to get financing for it, but it sounded like they couldn't get the right terms to make sense. And they said they would try to find other options, but they couldn't. But they haven't talked to you back since then. Is that right?
Yeah, even I told them if they don't have a right funding or anything, we again.
Oh, I see. And was it the asking price, or what was the cash offer, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, it was 865.
865. Uh-huh. Okay, I see. And with what would make sense for you if you were able to get this closed today? I mean, what would be the, cutting through all the BS, I don't want to, you're obviously a very intelligent person, and you want to get the most for your property, and we're investors. We want it, we want the best deal we can get, which is kind of like, of course. What would be the realistic lowest price you'd be willing and be happy enough to go down?
Right now, I was expecting around 870 or 880, but if it is a cash offer, I'm willing to go for 850.
Mm-hmm. So
even a lot of stuff which was not listed, like instrument, like a softener and a few other
Yep.
those things, reverse osmosis, those things not listed in that listing, but yeah,
Yeah.
I don't need all of those. So
of course. No, I totally, I get that. So I have a cash offer, but I don't think you're gonna like it. And that's okay, right? That's not a problem. For us on the cash offer, to even cash flow with our current interest rates we would have. So basically we would buy it in cash and then refinance down the road. We would have limited time to refinance it because we don't want to have, you're an investor, you understand things like this. You want to, you don't want to leave money just sitting there, right? You want to have it work for you. So the interest rates kind of eats the cash flow quite a bit. So it would make sense. I know you're looking at the 850 is kind of your lowest, and ours, we're actually looking at like the 750 range. And so I don't think that it's something you'd probably be interested in.
yeah, that is true.
Yeah. I get that. Totally understand. Now, what if, and this may or may not work for you as well, but the thought, I may have a way where it can kind of help you a little bit. You get enough money to start your immigration process so you can get to your son, get the immigration finally done. You can have that kind of job freedom. And you would also, not have your son worry about how to pay for his college. You can have the grants and FAFSA and all those things that are available to him, that would be available. What if we were to do something creative? And if we, instead of like 900,000, it was closer to 1.3 million. Would that be something you'd be interested to have a conversation about?
That sounds good, but
Right. Yeah.
I don't
Right.
know.
So yeah,
If somebody is giving money, then
right. Yeah. It's hard to say no to that, right?
What is the
Right.
expectation?
So
Oh,
how we would do that, we would buy the property, at we buy the property, and then we make payments to you, and we'd have, like a 10% down. So it'd be like 75,000 down. And then we make payments for the next, potentially if we, depending how long we wanted to do it, whether it's the next 30 years even at 4% interest, that over the course of that time, it's like an extra 500,000, but that's over 30 years, of course. If we did a shorter term, like balloon wise, even like a 10-year or 5-year balloon, in interest alone, we would pay an additional 143,000. So we would give you like the 75,000 down, which would be, more than enough to pay for the lawyers and some extra in there. And then you'd be getting additional payments for the foreseeable future, for the next 5 years, 10 years, however long you want to start receiving the 3,500 payment. Would that be something you'd be interested in if it was able to kind of help you with the lawyer's cost and getting that process rolling?
You're saying that 10% down, and after that you said 350, the loan is going to remain same. So remaining amount you're going to give that so that I can fund that? That's what you said? Or
So,
that's different?
right. So what we'd do is like we would do, if we bought it for say, so for example, with if we bought it at 825, for example, and then we did seller financing. So we pay you 75,000 down, which is a little bit less than 10, but just for round number sakes, 75,000 down. And then for the next, and we can make this adjustable, right? For the next 5 years, or even 10 years, we make payments to you. And well, we would actually make payments to an escrow company and they'd pay you. So there's like a paper trail of like 3,500 a month. And we would have insurance on the property, you would have the lien on the property. And so that's kind of how we would make it work. So one, because we're not sure what's going to happen with this election, what the interest rates are going to sit at. And we would love to at least have some options. We, maybe sooner than 5 years, 5-10 years, we might refinance it and be awesome. It'd be great. Then you just get a big check. But at least this way, you're going to get additional, like even if it's for 5 years, that's going to be additional 143,000 just from interest alone. I mean, would that help you think?
The one part I didn't understand.
Oh,
is,
sure.
I need which is 550 around the amount where I have to invest it. So that is, you're saying that you're going to provide me?
So
Or
you need, sorry, you need, what was that again? I apologize.
I need the liquid amount to invest in EP5, right?
Right.
So
Which is
monthly payments and all those doesn't work for me.
I see. Because you need to have the liquid, or you need to invest in that amount. So you couldn't do the payments because you need the funds for the immigration. Is that right? Okay.
Yeah. Otherwise,
Gotcha.
I can leave that for rent for how long I even. That's
Sure.
fine. He's paying me more, actually.
Yeah. Oh no, I get that. Yeah. And we would, I mean, it would be almost 3,600, which we would be paying. So you would be getting more than the 31, but still, I get your point. But if you need the full amount, then I get that. With the 750, if we were able to close in the next, so let's just say even if it was, well, hang on a second. Let me make sure I'm giving the right numbers here. Bear with me 1 second. Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually seeing, so we probably would need to get it. It's not phenomenal. That we would need to get it closer to the 725 range, which is just not, sounds like it's not going to work for you. Even if we were able to buy it and close within the next 2 weeks, would that be something that make it worth it for you? Even if it was a cash offer?
No, that
Okay.
still doesn't work for me.
Okay.
If I sell it also, it doesn't fulfill my purpose. So there is no point in
Sure.
doing the transaction.
Well, sure. Yeah. And if you sold it for, we're 700 range, a little more than 700, and with your loan to the 330, that'd still get you pretty close to the 100K range, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but still 100K I have to arrange. So
I see.
it is not a viable option for me.
Okay. I get it.
because,
And
Yeah.
and if the house doesn't sell, you would just need to postpone it. Is there I mean, is there
Yeah, it's like a forced way of postponing my plan of EB5
mhm,
because staying legally, other things is being taken care. So
sure.
it's not something. Definitely, it's not an issue waiting, but I don't want to wait.
I get it. You can wait, but if you don't have to, you don't want to. Or yeah, got it. I understand. No, I totally get it. Yeah, so as of right now, we can in when it gets closer to the end of the month, or if you want to have another conversation about what it looks like if we had our cash offer. I don't know if it'll be the same amount. We'll have to talk to end if we end up talking again. But I'm sure you just get a hold of Angie and we can get something, if it doesn't sell next month and you really want it to sell, feel free to give us a call. Is it okay if Angie reach out to you in about 30 days just to see how things are going? Would that be all right?
Yeah, that is fine.
Okay.
But if you guys change or something, you can help.
Yeah.
Let me know, like, the next
No,
week or 10 days.
yeah.
So,
Yeah,
uh,
I don't think
do
it's
something really good, which is
Sure.
I can compromise a little bit, not too much. Then
I get it.
I can consider it
Sure.
strongly.
Yeah, we'll just keep the communication open, and then if if you need to push that button, we can kind of see what we can do. If you need to sell it quickly, like we can buy quickly. It's just the price has to make sense for us. You know what I mean? So there's a cost for convenience, unfortunately, but it has to make sense for us on our end as well. But it has to make sense for you too, which is totally okay, and that's fine. Can I ask you something? Do you know anyone else by chance that's looking to sell their property? That may want to sell a little quicker, that we might be able to help? Do you know anyone that might be looking to sell any of their properties?
Okay. For a quick buy for you guys. Okay.
Yeah. We're looking to buy. If we can't buy yours, we want to buy someone's. Right.
Yeah, one of the friend is trying to sell. It's not he's
Yeah.
desperate to sell it, but he's in the market. He
Well-
moved from Utah to Texas.
Yeah. And it doesn't. They don't have to
He
be.
lives in Logan.
Okay. He's in Logan.
Yeah.
All right. And would it be crazy if you give us an intro or maybe like a three-way text? Would that be something that you'd be comfortable with? Like, hey, these guys buy houses. I know you're.
Yeah, because
Yes, totally
when you
fine.
guys buy these kind of big buys, as
And-
you offered me when it's listed 900, you offered 725. So obviously
Sure.
you should be prepared for it. So otherwise there is no point in
Totally. And the thing is,
having it.
with creative financing, like we can offer more when we're doing creative financing, but it doesn't really work with you because you need that cash right away, and that totally makes sense. That's totally fine. So even though like our cash offers may be lower than they're expecting, but the thing is we can definitely do creative financing and really get people a lot of money for their property because it's a big win-win for us. So yeah, I mean, if you want to have a chat with your friend in Logan and see if they want to have a conversation or just see if we can do to help, that'd be phenomenal. We do offer referral fees too.
I'll talk to him.
Yeah.
And, I don't tell completely what I had, but I'll try to find out whether he's trying to sell it for quickly for a little lesser.
Right. Or even,
than
well,
what he's
depending
expecting.
on what it is, like I've given many full price offers, so it really depends on the property and the deal. So we may be able to offer full price. I don't know, you know, so we're obviously trying to look for a deal, but we're not trying to, you know, screw anybody out of their funds either. You know, it has to make sense in both ends.
No, I totally understand.
Yeah.
What he is expecting, you guys won't offer, that is for sure, because
Right.
you also have to make some money. So,
Yeah, right.
definitely.
Exactly.
Unless it is like a future booming or something, it's going to multi-fold. That makes sense.
Yeah.
But it's like Utah Homes, 4%.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Right. Okay. Well, you know, it's been a pleasure chatting with you, and I learned a lot during this conversation. I had no idea that people from your country had such a like, I thought like with my wife and her being from South America had a hard time, but not even remotely close to what you guys had to go through. So wow. I mean, but I'm glad people like you are doing it though, because that's what makes America better. You know, people that have the determination to keep at it. So as thank you for doing that as an American. I really appreciate that. As a side note, like I generally appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you very much for understanding too, because many people doesn't understand this immigration.
Yeah, it's a nightmare.
You've gone through the pain of your one.
Right.
So, yeah, you understand that. Because otherwise I have to be explaining what is this.
Yeah.
What is this H1? After living 12 years, you don't have anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I've learned a bunch. I mean, it's been very educational. So yeah, just let us know. We'll Angie will reach out to you in a month or so just to see how things are going with your property. And then if you don't mind talking to your buddy in Logan, if he's interested in having a conversation, you know, I mean, we're pretty relaxed. We want to help people out. So, but it's pretty late where you're at. So do you have any questions for us, or is there anything else that we can help you out with?
Not this moment, but if
Okay.
you guys can offer a little bit more and
Yeah.
other stuff, we can come up with it now.
Yeah,
You know, I'm open to discuss.
Fair.
Not something
That's fair.
closed or something.
That's
So,
fair.
I know Angie.
Yeah,
I met
Angie's
him,
awesome.
in person.
Yeah.
When I was living there, so
Yeah,
you
Angie's
guys are
a rock
always
star.
call me and talk openly. That's not something.
Yeah.
It's my issue.
No, we appreciate taking the time to have a chat with us, and yeah, we
And I
look forward.
appreciate your time, dear.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening and willing to help me. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks a lot, Angie. You're still here.
Yeah, thank you, Sindhu.
Okay.
Hey, thank you, Angie. Thank you, Erin.
Okay.
And
Thank you.
thank you. And if you guys come up with a good offer, let me know.
Fair enough.
Otherwise, keep pinging me what happened, that I don't want to.
Yep. No,
All right,
it's understandable. Understandable. Okay. Appreciate it. Have a good one.
Bye, good luck.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Okay.
You are a freaking rock star.
It was a challenging one, but but it's not a never no.
Oh, you know how much I learned from that? It doesn't matter if it was a no or a yes.
Mhm.
I learned so much.
Oh, good. Well, I'm glad. That's good then.
Just-
The thing was like there's the pain points were real, but the urgency was not.
Yeah.
So I mean, I felt his emotional. I felt some emotional strings when we were talking about his son wanting to be like everyone else, and but the thing is, for that to happen, and only that I see this still even working is buying a creative financing. Like
Yeah.
I don't. It's too tight. Yeah, that's where you get in trouble. And
Yeah.
so the cash offer is just not going to, I mean, the creative financing wouldn't work either way. So if it was different circumstances, if he didn't need the money to fulfill the emotional strings, the emotional needs,
Mhm.
I would have hit that a lot harder, and we would have
Yeah.
gone in more detail on that. And then it would have been like how this can fix the problem. I tried to do a little bit like this will take care of the lawyer fees, but that's really all it is. And hopefully he had more money somewhere else that he could have used. But it didn't sound like it because there has to be like 2 years worth of history where the money came from, and I knows
Yeah.
what else.
Yeah,
So
he was
that-
saying he had some money from India, but he couldn't.
Right. So it was just like, oh, that's a little bit Yeah, it's interesting situation. I learned a ton. I didn't know. I can't imagine like that's like hell. Like me going through that for 2, 3 years. That was or 2.5 years. That was I can't imagine 14 years and another 5 more years ahead of you. Like to do like holy heck.
Well, and then, gosh, that breaks my heart to think about his kids. Like they've grown up here. Would
Right.
they be deported if something happened? You know, I mean, the scare of him losing his
Potentially.
job.
Right.
Yeah.
And he has to work in a place where they will sponsor someone
Yeah.
and pays enough to, you know. So yeah, the urgency wasn't there, but yeah, it's okay. It was a good conversation. I mean, if the guy in Logan ends up having a conversation with you, I'd be curious to find out what happens with that. If you need help with that too.
Yeah. I'll follow up with
Mhm.
Cindy and Cynthia.
So I would put it in what I do with in this. So like situation like this, I'd put in my calendar a month from now and put in a reminder, remind myself in the task for that day. That's a work day to go reach out to him. Hey, as promised, and as promised is very powerful words. As promised, I said I'd reach out to you in a month. How are things going?
Okay.
There's been many times where I started a deal and it was just like nothing happened for months, and then a couple follow-ups after that. They're like, okay, I'm ready to sell. In fact, the one I just got in contract today, well, we got a verbal agreement. We're sending the paperwork over, but what we got today was like we originally were talking to these guys in February, and then
Oh,
here we are 5 months later. They're ready to sell. So that does happen.
and this is the seller finance one.
Mhm. Yep.
So, well, first of all, Jared, I learned so much. I would love to maybe sit down and do some calling with you
Tomorrow I'm doing cold calling on the call.
on our call at
Mhm.
noon. Cool.
I'll be smiling, dialing. I'll show you everything.
Cool. Because I have
Yeah.
I
Go ahead.
have a couple hundred leads that are that I've gathered from distressed homes as I've driven around,
Beautiful.
and I've sent out emails and letters
Mhm.
and door hangers, knocked some of the doors, but
Great.
I would love to, to
Make phone calls.
make phone calls. Yeah. And so I'm excited to hear how things go
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Get
I learned
plugged in tomorrow. And then on
Yeah.
Thursday, in Centerville, where they're doing events where Tamara and Kevin, right? You know them, don't you?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They're doing stuff in Centerville now that they're so be people from Beaver County, Utah County, things like that. They're going. So I think it's in Centerville. And then but I'm gonna be talking about cold calling. So tomorrow I'll be doing cold calling, and then Thursday I'll be actually doing more of a sit down training on how I
Where
do it.
in Centerville?
Centerville, yeah. It's in the calendar, just on look up Tamara Wright's events and you'll find it.
Okay.
But it's good. The cold
So
calling, calling is a great way. I think that's one of my favorite ways to contact sellers, to be honest. I mean, it does take time, but I guess it depends on where you're at in your career.
I am at like psych myself up to make phone calls.
That's okay.
So,
That's normal. That's normal.
Oh,
You're human.
yeah. I've done it.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, so I put up a billboard today.
A bill
I-
like a billboard, like a full thing.
I bought ads on billboards today for because I own SaltLakeCityHomebuyers.com. So I
Uh-huh.
just put cash for house, SaltLakeCityHomebuyers.com.
Boom.
So, and then I have my
I love that.
website. So I'm hoping that with all of this effort,
You got to take some pictures in front of that billboard. Have you done that already? Or
no,
is it just barely happening?
it just barely happened. We just got everything set today.
That's
And
awesome. If you don't mind me asking, how much did it cost you and what's the time frame on it?
so it's one of those electronic ones, the
Yeah.
electronic ones.
Yeah.
And, and you just buy
You're on the rotation.
Yeah, you're on a rotation
Mhm.
and you can put down however much you want. So for me, I put in a couple of different campaigns on different signs. So I'm doing 3 different signs, but let's see. Right now, so I put it down for about $1,000 a month.
Okay. Yeah.
So, and you just say what you want to spend per day. And then every 8 seconds you're in the rotation. So you have to make it really clear. Like mine just says
You're
cash
not
for
gonna
house.
have, right.
Yeah. And every,
Something they can just look at, bam, oh, yeah, that
Yeah.
can't be too, got it. That makes
yeah.
sense.
And then, so one of them is a little bit bigger. And on the bigger one, I put down 3 bullet points. I put foreclosures, divorces, and probate, like bullet point, and then
Yeah.
cash for houses, and then the website, just saltlakecityhomebuyers.com. So
Good. I like it.
I'm excited. So we'll see. So we've been working on getting our SEO set up for the website so that if they can't remember what was the name of that place, if they type in Salt Lake City home buyers, it'll come up towards the top.
Right. That's good. That's smart. What kind of what funnel are you putting them through? What do you have? What's your website? I guess I could probably go. Is it ready? Or is it still being built?
Yeah, no, it's ready.
So what is it
It's
called again? So Utah, what is it?
It's saltlakecityhomebuyers.com.
Okay. My
So-
house is in Salt Lake City. Cash.
So today, they started running today. The last one was 32
Nice.
minutes ago, and then the other one was 27 minutes ago. And
Nice.
yeah, so the and right now they gave me a $500 credit to try it once you spend $500.
Nice. You get half the month for free, basically. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. You're gonna let me know how this goes. I've looked into billboards. I've never done billboards before. It obviously is gonna work because all advertising does, so long as it's done big enough and long enough.
Yep.
I like it. So I mean, I don't know anything about billboards, but I know about I'll tell you about my bandit signs, what I've experienced with bandit signs. Okay.
Okay.
I don't know if it's transferable. I'm guessing it kind of is, but I don't want you to make financial decision off of this. But what I've noticed is like I'll put out a bunch of bandit signs. We buy houses, handwritten, all that stuff, just throw it out there. The first day I'd get calls, but people like want to be on my wholesale list, like they're other investors or that they're contractors or whatever. Not a ton of like, oh yeah, sell my house. It wasn't for like 2 or 3 weeks after it, but I would make sure that they're still up because otherwise they get thrown up. So I'd like put them back up or whatever.
Right.
Then I'd start getting consistent calls.
Nice. So I had to be up for a couple weeks.
Yes. And this is like any advertisement. I mean, I'm sure it's more now, but there's a study I've read a couple of years back where someone had to see an advertisement at least 7 times before they take action.
Yeah.
On average, I guess. So
Yep.
now it's probably even more. Even so, first time they drive by, all that's a stuff scam and drive away. Oh, that's still here. Oh, I can't believe those scammers. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. It's there, and they get curious about it. Like, oh, I do need to sell my house. Let me, so don't get too discouraged if it doesn't happen right away. But I'm sure the people, the billboards, they may have some stats for you, like what from the other,
Yeah. So they have some, but they're very careful about what they say because they don't want to be
they wouldn't promise any
yeah. And
situation,
right
yeah.
now, I'm not really attached to like per se getting a deal from it. What I would really like is the traffic to go to the website because then
it goes in the SOE a lot.
Yeah,
it bumps it up. Yeah.
It bumps it up. And if I can get ranked for Salt Lake City and Utah County areas,
Yep.
Like if I can get ranked for those cities and number 1, then when they pull it up, they'll see like get offers and home investors and then Salt Lake City home buyers, right? So they'll see it up at the top and go, okay, that's a local one because Home Festers is, and Get Offers and Box,
Mhm.
whatever, people look
Yeah.
at it and they can see that they're like not not local, right? So
Yeah. Yeah.
we're really struggling. That's what I'm headed for.
That's
And
cool.
yes, I'm excited. We'll see.
Yeah. Rightfully should be said. It's cool. So this
Oh,
this is gonna be recorded, and I'll be able to get you a copy of it of the recording too, if you wanted to go over it.
perfect.
One thing I want you to realize, like, I wasn't really, I mean, it may from the outside, but it really wasn't smooth on my questioning, my pacing. It wasn't smooth, and that's actually a good thing. You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean? I
yeah.
mean, so I was able to make a connection with Shandu, even though it was not, but we did get deeper than skin than service level. You know,
Oh yeah, yeah.
it
Well,
just
you guys
wasn't a good
also
fit for
had
me.
that in common, right? I think
Right.
the immigration stuff really helped
Yeah.
to build it.
Oh, sure. But and that's the thing. Like, you can building rapport is BS. You don't need to build rapport.
Yeah.
You will build rapport naturally by asking questions,
Yep. Yes.
right? Because if you go start off like, "Hey, how's your kids? How's the weather?" Oh, everyone knows that you're a salesperson. Now your status is down here. That's where
Right.
you're at. But if I'm just like, okay, tell me your situation. What's going on? You know?
Yeah. So you didn't even go into the house. And then before you even told him like a price, you just said, yeah, I don't think this is gonna be for you. Like you're like,
Mhm.
I don't think you're gonna like this offer. So
Yeah.
and you didn't tell him what the offer was then for a long time after that. So I think he
Yeah.
was kind of like,
Yeah.
give it to
Intentional.
me. Yeah.
Well, and a lot of times they're like, oh, well, it's actually not, because they're thinking way back. And the thing is, there's just no spread. There's no room in this deal. There's just no room.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
normally we'd be like, I would try to anchor them on a lower price point. This one's a little bit different, but like, okay, cool. And I was hopefully he was going to anchor himself already, but when he was saying he got a cash offer before, like, hey, what was that cash offer then? But it was still high. I was like, oh crap. Um, but yeah, it's just, it's the pendulum. Like, if I say, hey, you 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 probably think I'm a sleazy investor. Oh, well, no, I don't think that, Jared.
Yeah.
He
He was reassuring you that
yeah.
it's yeah.
Well,
And
yeah. It's just like having those conversations. Like, hey, we're just, if it's in Chris Voss. Have you read Never Split the Difference with Chris Voss?
mhm.
Okay, yeah, it's just projecting. It's big, even with like the offer, like, oh, you're probably not gonna like this.
Yeah.
You're not gonna take this one.
Yep. I need to listen to him again. It's been about a year. And so
Really
some of that stuff I don't
mm-hmm. I got a lot of my stuff is from the book. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, I
That
like
and Jeremy Miner. Jeremy Miner is a salesperson. He's really, really good. But as far as like the wording, that comes from their NUS classes, like from Chris. Oh, no, not Chris. What's his name? Oh my god. So Garrett, I used a bunch of stuff from him. Brian Sump, the seller financing. So how he wordsmiths seller financing and how he pitches it, I get a lot from him. So
okay,
if you want to go through that, his class, like his negotiating parts,
yeah.
he sprinkles nuggets all the way along the way. So to get everything, you gotta watch the whole thing. But
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna watch that. I've been just trying to cram through all of the training for for the 90 day and
Sure.
I've done all of analysis and negotiation and now I'm on the due diligence part. So
Good.
finding
Nice.
deals I did. So, it's getting through it, but there's so many other good ones that I want to
Deal
go
the
back. Like,
Decade?
I've done that one. I watched that one.
Okay, good.
In fact, that's why I started doing some probate ones. So I bought the membership for for the thing, and I just had my first return, right? So all of them I've gotten out, but this one's been returned. So I'll see if I can skip trace her and see if I can find where she moved to. But
yeah.
And so my goal is to add 100 leads every month to the driving for dollars. So my husband and
Okay.
I, we go out, or he, you know, he's a contractor, so he's out in neighborhoods all the time. Sometimes he'll call and say, hey, you need to come hit up this neighborhood, right?
Because
And
there's a lot
then
of opportunity. That's good.
yeah, so he sees them, and then I will do door if you know if it's a you know if it's a neighborhood I feel safe in, I'll go and um do door hangers and door
Mhm.
knockers and talk to people, but I haven't ever gotten anybody home that's open to talking to me. You know, I'll say, you know, hey, are you interested in selling? And they'll be like, no. So I haven't had
What
to.
what what do you say after that when they say no?
And then I ask, you know, when you know I'm trying to. My husband and I are, you know, fixing up the house down the street for you know the sessions or you know whoever he's working on, right? So I'll say, oh, they're he's working on a house over on Session Street or whatever. And then so we're you know we're looking to do some more while we're in the area. Do you know anybody that's interested in selling? And so you know, and a lot of times they're like, well, I'm on a call, I gotta go. That's why I've gotten a lot of you know
Some
they're like,
excuse, any excuse is good as the next, right?
yeah.
What I would ask if they say when you ask like, hey, are you interested in selling? Have you ever thought about selling? And they say no in a curious tone. Really? Why is that? And then you shut up and listen, and then see what they'll say. Oh, because I don't want to sell, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And if you're asking for on that part, I think I loved how you went on and just said, you know, oh, we're fixing this property up here, or we're doing. Do you know anyone that's looking to sell? I would throw in there's because we offer a $3,000 referral fee if we buy it.
Oh, I like that.
So the last thing that you're say is what they're most interested in. They don't care about you for fixing a property. Like, wait, what?
They're thinking, oh, I could get $3,000 if
Yeah.
because they know everyone knows somebody that's selling.
But that's not the question though. So it's like, yeah, we offer because we offer, you know, up to $3,000 in referral fee if we close. I mean, that wouldn't interest you, would it? Slow the cadence down. That wouldn't interest you, or that couldn't help you, could it?
Michelle and I need to role play this. Is she still on the call or did she have to drop off?
No, she's here. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's been doing stuff.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
you're still on mute, Michelle. You're still on mute. Michelle, you're on mute.
Okay,
Yeah,
got it.
there you are.
No, I fell off for like 15 minutes. I had my
You're good.
son, the car didn't start, so I had to go run and take us some
Oh.
cable. So came back. So I missed a little, like the last of your conversation with him.
That's where all the good stuff happened. Oh,
I know.
He
What happened?
he didn't take our offer, which I kind of knew that was going to be the case. He just didn't have, there wasn't enough big enough urgency, you know, and the only way this deal can make sense if it was like seller financing, and the seller financing would not work for the whole reason why it's to sell.
Yeah.
Because of his immigration, which is crazy. Have you ever heard of anything like that with the immigration stuff?
No, because I've heard of, I mean, like we've done immigration, but not, you have to have
800,000 in
like
That is-
investing in something that immigration says.
right.
Who
That
does
is it. I don't get that. I don't understand that. I think there's more to
could
it.
be, but maybe it's just something that they're using. Who knows? I
Yeah.
mean, we're just kind of guessing.
Yeah.
And with India, I mean,
I've heard of them having to have some kind of a cushion so that
yes,
you know,
that's true. That yeah, if you're trying to apply for VC, show you have so much funds, you know, so you're not there's reason for you to return or property. Yeah, that's but not so much
But
like
I've never heard that you had to do an investment with the
Right.
immigration. Just
Right.
to get your
like
to get your
or
visa.
there's certain categories you have to invest in or something, which is like what? Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
and then-
that doesn't
and-
make any sense
And
at
why
all.
wouldn't property be one of those categories if that's the case?
Yeah, and that's he had 2 properties.
Right. Why wouldn't property be, why wouldn't that count? That's probably the most secure asset ever. And even financial, I don't know. There's
yeah, there's no way he's running away with the property, right? Like if they want him to
yeah.
be right.
Exactly.
So yeah.
I mean, it's a solid asset. It's like the best assets you're gonna
I mean,
get.
there are 2 assets that are just both of them in both
Right.
states.
Right.
To say, you know, I've got one in this state, one in this state. We have, I'm sure what was the value of his property here? Like 3 2. He owed 330 to 340.
Right. But it was like ARV was like close to 900 or something like that, or
Yeah.
875, something like that.
Okay, so just even one of those properties alone would have been enough asset for the immigration to say, hey, we can just hold this one. And if we're lucky, we can do both of them.
Yeah.
Right.
So I never heard that. I never heard of that.
That was weird.
But I'm wondering if each country has their own thing,
and
because like
think
like
of the
my husband,
population
when
of
we
India,
did
though.
his for the visa, you didn't have to have that.
Mhm.
And then I've heard of like other ones that say, okay, well, we've got to have, there's another guy that was
Well-
signing up, and he had some things that they had certain laws that they had to do, but I never heard of that. That's crazy.
Well, it's the population of India too. I mean, there's probably a bigger population in India than all of South America.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, I can see why they'd be like, okay, there's a 14-year wait or something like that. I mean, I don't know. It doesn't have to make
Because
sense
like
for the
now
government to
with
say it.
Mexico, they have to they'll send him back for 10 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
And but it depends. It depends on the situation.
Right.
But I guess we learned something new today off that call.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I think I got more confused on immigration than more learning, but yeah, it was definitely,
Right?
but
Yeah, but I just learned so much just listening to how you kind of stumbled and
Mhm.
and then repeated his pain points to him to make sure that he was saying, yeah, kind of like, oh yeah, that's right. Like
That's right. That's
response
right. Yep.
says that's right.
Yep.
You were doing
It
that. I
works.
mean,
It works.
yeah, he
I wanted
wasn't
to say that's
saying
right.
he wasn't saying that right. That's right. But he was saying yes,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I mean, he was saying the same thing.
He was agreeing.
He was still agreeing, but in a different way.
Yeah. Yeah. It was good enough for me. It was good.
It
Even if
was
he didn't say that's
perfect.
right, but yeah.
It was perfect.
It was interesting to hear all this.
We did get a potential lead from him though. So he has a buddy that's selling property that needs to sell a property in Logan.
Yeah.
So he's
So
gonna
I
talk
have
to him.
another one of my wholesalers that sent me a deal today, and it's in, give me a sec. Oh, right here, got my phone. The only thing is he said that, like, the comps on that would be really crazy because
Is it out in the sticks or something?
no, it's in well, I don't have it's not Pine View, I think, or somewhere's out by Alpine. So it's in
Alpine.
Alpine, but it's a 2-bedroom, 1 bath.
Well, and Alpine is up and coming. They have like $1 million properties next to.
That's what
Really?
he said. He goes, it's like this little house with all the houses around are like $1 million houses.
Really?
He's like, so I don't know how you'd really find a comp on that.
Mm.
So I have it. I don't know.
Now, in something like that, it would that would be something that we might want to say, okay, that's a tear down
Or-
and rebuild.
Yeah, I mean, it might be the land might be worth more than the property
The
itself.
house.
Oh, it's up by
Yeah.
Cedar Hills. Okay.
It's just up the street from me here because I'm in East Lehigh.
Oh, God.
I'm on Trailside Drive, so that she knew like he's
Yeah.
he was.
Oh yeah, it's 2-bedroom, 1 bath, 1,092 square foot.
I'll look at the
0.17.
land.
How big is the lot? That's what
That's
I want.
yeah, right.
0.17.
2017.
17.
Oh, it's not very big.
No.
Mm-mm. And it was
Uh,
built in 53. And their wholesaling price is 375, 900, and the after repair he's saying is going to be 500.
Mhm. It could be. What's the rehab on it?
He
They-
didn't send
They
that.
don't have any estimates.
Excuse me. This is all he sent me. Actually, let me just forward it in our group
Okay.
thingy.
I mean, a couple blocks away from here, they built some of those, I call them San Francisco houses, right? They're
Oh yeah, yeah.
tall, skinny ones. And they're, you know, they don't have a share, they're not townhouses, they don't have shared walls, but
Mhm.
So I
in
send it in the
Lee-
text.
Yeah, I see it here. It's,
in Lee-
there's only
Lehigh-
130,000 spread on it.
Mm-hmm. And that's, if you get in there, it's through what's it, not Dropbox, or what is it called?
Yeah, I'm in the pictures now.
Yeah.
It's definitely outdated. Needs to be. It doesn't look any structural well from the picture, right? Who knows? But
Yeah.
it just looks like it's does it have a furnace or is it just a stove? I wonder.
I don't know. I can't see it because it's through I think it's Dropbox.
Oh, so you can't even see it?
No, I couldn't see the pictures.
Oh,
Oh,
Let me see.
you gotta get a Dropbox. Come on.
I had the Dropbox, but I just, okay, let's see pics.
I can share my screen and you can see it through me.
Okay.
Is that for
Oh,
now?
yeah,
I
got
don't know. Ta-da. Share
Yeah.
screen.
yeah, that'd be great.
It's brick, so she could see it, but yeah, I could see it.
Okay.
It's like a brick.
So yeah, it's a brick house. I mean, outside, decent curb appeal,
Mhm.
kind of.
It's really only 0.17 of an acre, huh? That looks
Mhm.
like it
Looks
must be way in the
bigger.
back of that.
If you
of the
look at
lot.
that
Look at those
back-
wood, those floors. That's real wood floors there. That's good.
Yeah.
You can
those are
furnish
cherry
that.
Yeah.
wood floor. Sand them and just revarnish them.
Look at that carpet. Oh yeah, that is
That's
good
great.
carpet right there. That is the carpet I like to see.
Uh-huh.
Reminds me of some older days.
You gonna work?
Yeah, everything needs to be updated like hard. Like this is. So I wonder. This may just be there. I wonder, but if depending if there's a furnace or not, I don't know. I don't see any duct work, but could be underneath. No.
Yeah.
So that may be a whole thing. Oh, there's
So
something.
is this yeah, what are we looking at? Is this an addition
that-
that we're looking at?
Like an
That's the
addition or is that
garage.
the basement?
I think it's
Oh,
the
that was
garage.
the garage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm willing
Oh.
to bet you. Well, yeah, it's kind of not very big, is it? Okay, wait, is it this house or this house? I don't know which one it is. Oh, this one.
I know, I'm like, that looks like a pretty good sized lot if it's more of it.
Well, it
But
looks
there's-
like it, but it's not. You saw the pictures before. I don't think it's that big.
Yeah.
Oh.
From
And
the,
it's right behind. What is this? Is this like a trailer?
parking trailer.
Storage, annual storage.
Okay. I think it's maybe a trailer or some sort of company. What a beautiful view though.
Oh my
A
gosh.
huge
I love-
tree. So that's a problem. Wait, is it? Wait, is it this one or this one? It's
Yeah,
this
that
one, right?
one. Yeah.
That's a huge tree. That's going to be a challenge. I mean, I'm willing to say that's going to be something.
Did you say huge tree or huge
Huge-
street?
Sorry, tree.
Tree.
'Cause-
I was gonna say,
And-
the only thing is hard is this because it's such a small house.
Yes. Oh, because my thing is the roots and the maintenance and
Yeah,
mm,
the sewer line.
maybe
Oh.
maybe it's fine, but with that big of a tree, I mean, even foundation potential challenges.
Oh yeah, yeah.
True. That's a park tree for the
Yeah,
park.
yeah, it really is.
Like
It's
Liberty
huge.
Park, something, you know?
Yeah, it's huge.
Interesting. There's not a lot of spread for what they're saying. What needs to happen?
Well, I just
don't know.
thought that we could, I mean, we could something.
Take a look at. Yeah.
I don't have Zoom, so like, oh, so that I know for Angie and I wanted to do, my daughter actually has this website where it shows like so many different foreclosures in each zip code areas.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to kind of narrow into those, print them off and go door knocking on them. So I don't know if anybody's willing to go on Thursday.
Knocking on some doors. Thursday, I'm not
Oh.
going to be able to. I'll be going.
Hey,
I'll
what-
be
What time are you
Wednesday-
teaching your thing up in
Wednesday afternoon.
Centerville?
7
At 7 during
on Thursday.
during Mitch and Maylee's thing.
Yeah, it's the
What
same
about
time,
Wednesday?
unfortunately. Wait,
Wednesday
when
afternoon?
does Mitch and Maylee go to Wednesdays evenings? Aren't they going to go in that and go to college?
They said
Soon, but I
July,
don't know when.
I thought it was the
and
beginning
we're
of this,
already the beginning of July.
right, so I thought too. I don't know. I'll find out tomorrow, I guess. But okay, cool.
Okay, well, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Yep.
Michelle, I'm up to go into tomorrow if we want to try after
After the
call
call,
that you
after
made me.
what?
Yeah,
So that calls at, so 1 o'clock we could start. We can go out, or I don't have a Zoom. I don't know how to do that. Do you
I
have?
have
Zoom?
I have Zoom. I can send you a link. We can jump on a call together.
So
You
if
don't
we did
What do you mean
that,
you have Zoom? How do you not have Zoom?
well, I don't know. I
She
never
doesn't
had.
have it set
I'm
up. 'cause-
old school. Look
How are
at
you
it.
talking to us right now?
I mean, no, but I meant like for my own, so that we could do it. So, like for example,
You don't
I
have
want
accounts.
an account. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, okay, okay.
I don't have a Zoom account. Let's say. Let me rephrase
Okay.
that. A Zoom
Well,
account.
you should
We
have a
don't-
free one that gives you at least 45 minutes of Zoom talk.
Yeah, that's what I have. It's just the free one.
Yeah. It's like
Well,
45
I'm gonna have to learn how to do that so that I can screen. I'm gonna try to dink around on it tonight and see how I can get it,
Mhm.
and then we can do, instead of you driving all the way down here, we can kind of narrow them out on the Zoom. What do you think? Like,
Yeah.
I could do 45 minutes on mine and you do 45 minutes on yours.
Yeah, I can send you a link for the team meeting too, and my Teams with Microsoft. It's the same thing. It's just a different app, and I
Okay.
have unlimited on that one. So
Yeah, and then I could do that, and then I'll just get that all set up so that tomorrow we can just write. We could do that earlier in the morning. Well, no, I can't. We'll have to do it at 1.
yeah, let's do it at 1. I'll send you a link, and we'll just jump on the call after we get off with Mitch and Maylee.
Perfect. Sounds good.
Okay.
Okay. Have
I'll
a good
try to
evening,
make it, but
guys.
I don't think I'll be able to, but we'll see.
Yeah,
Huh?
if you could make it, that would be great.
Awesome.
Oh yeah.
Well, all right,
If
love you,
not,
ladies.
what does Friday look like for anybody?
Friday, I'm out. See, I'm doing some stuff that's gonna knock me out all day.
I might have a trip to go to. I'm deciding tonight if I'm gonna go for the
Mm.
weekend.
Nice.
What trip are you going on? Where are you
So
taking
my
us?
sister-in-law got
Yeah,
some
she'll come.
tickets to Vegas,
Yeah.
and it's for Los Bookies. It's a Mexican band.
Okay.
My husband likes them, and they're like, "Oh, my."
Are they
sister-
ranchero or what? Cumbia or what?
No, ranchero. They're
Oh, well,
maybe ranchero. I don't know.
maybe a little ranchero. Yeah.
A little bit of that, yeah. And his birthday's in August, and they said, "We'll give you the 2 tickets for you guys. You just catch a flight up there," and then they got the room.
That's cool.
Oh, nice.
Well, what's the question then? Why aren't you going?
Yeah.
Why is there a question?
I'll tell you why. My husband don't ever leave anywhere. He works.
Oh.
He works 7 days a week. 30.
Oh, so
300
it's him,
days.
not you. That's the deciding factor on this one.
Well, yeah, because I have to kind of decide if he wants to go.
If he wants to
Now, if it was one of my groups, I'll tell you something. I would be going.
You're a Latina woman. Just tell him. Come on, let's go. Come on.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, there you go.
I've been trying to, and then he's gonna have surgery, like a rotary surgery.
Well, all the more reason for him to go off and just relax and have some.
I told him before
Yeah.
you have the surgery, but I don't know. I'm gonna
Yeah.
start doing some sweet talking tonight
go.
here.
There you go.
Well, good
You
luck.
can do it.
I could do it, but okay, then
Okay.
see you
All right,
tomorrow.
ladies.
Okay, have a
Bye.
good
Good
evening,
luck.
everyone.
Adios. I
Tomorrow,
gotta run.
I'll be looking forward to the call.
Okay.
Okay,
See you guys.
talk to you
Okay,
soon.
bye.
Have a good night. Bye bye.
Bye.